This is episode 50 of Southern Gospel Now. It's your weekly look inside Southern Gospel music. I'm Greg Goodman. Southern Gospel Now is made possible by SouthernGospelPrizes.com, where you currently can register to win a record player and some of the current Southern Gospel records to go with it. Details and registration are at SouthernGospelPrizes.com. The Southern Gospel community is remembering Martin Cook. Mr. Cook passed away last week. He was the founder of the Inspirations. It's quite an interesting story. He was a high school chemistry teacher that brought together 4 of his talented students in 1964 to form this legendary quartet. Martin Cook was a positive and professional force in Southern Gospel music and will be remembered for his many contributions. Kim Hopper's solo release, Leavin' on My Mind, makes her think of loved ones that have gone on to their heavenly reward.
I have some wonderful, sweet family members that are in heaven. My dad is there today, and I have a younger brother, Tony Green. I'm sure a lot of people know who he is, and he passed away almost 12 years ago now. He was only 40 years old, and a lot of days, all I can think about is wanting to see him, and nothing else matters. And of course, obviously, wanting to see the Lord Jesus, who makes it all possible.
The Crabb family has been doing more touring this year than they have gotten to for the past several years. Jason Crabb says audiences have been receptive to the music and are hungry for it.
The audience is, they were on their feet. Well, we've seen it every time the family's been out, and then the response has just been exactly that. It's one, if you're a Christian, if you're a believer, if you love Jesus like we do, here's the deal. It just hits home and you get excited.
Amber Nealon Kistler is celebrating a big anniversary in her career this year.
I started with the Nelons when I was 13 years old. Wow, that is unbelievable to say out loud now. I'm going to be 33 on March 28th. So it's weird to say that I started singing when I was 13 years old. But my mom was 13 years old when she started singing with the Lefevres. So it was really cool how God just kind of laid out this perfect plan for our lives.
The Browders' latest single has some real kick to it. Sonia Browders says that it was just the type of song that they needed for their current project, Authentic.
As we were preparing for this last recording, I told my husband, I said, Matt, you haven't written one of those just upbeat camp meeting kind of songs, like if we're in a tent revival or some kind of a meeting like that. We don't have any kind of just upbeat, go to meeting kind of songs. You know what I'm talking about. And I said, Matt, you're going to have to write one like that. We just don't have, we need something that's got a good, solid message, but that they can kind of tap their toe to. And he said, okay, let me see what I can do.
The Collingsworth family is doing things a little differently tour-wise this year, according to Phil Collingsworth Sr.
This brand new touring model for 2022 puts us in 3 concentrated tours for the year. We do a spring tour of 35 cities, a fall tour of 35 cities, and a Christmas tour of 20 cities. And that, thankfully, gives us more home time, yet we're still doing 90 concerts every year, which was similar to what we were doing post-COVID. So everybody's excited about that because of 6 grandkids and the complications. We'll be on the road for those 3 concentrated tours and then have some extended time at home.
The Chitans are a relatively new name in Southern Gospel and make their home in Canada. They're a group of 5 young siblings and have a love for the good old standards in Southern Gospel.
Our singing started in family worship with hymns and songs like that, little choruses. We just love the message in those kind of songs and in the good old hymns. That's one of the reasons why we sing Southern Gospel.
New music is on the way out from Adam Crabb. We have a sneak peek of Champion. Tribute Quartet's latest single off Quartet Tribute Volume 2 is Not My Will. The songs on this project are all classic Southern Gospel songs. Not My Will was done by the Florida Boys on their 1958 11th anniversary album. Here's just a bit of their version.
Not my will, thy be done, great Jesus.
Back in the here and now, congratulations to the Browns. They have held on to the top Southern gospel song for 3 weeks straight on the Singing News Power 50 weekly chart. The top song is Take Me Back. That's it for this week. If you missed out on our other episodes, they're available wherever you find podcasts or at southerngospelnow.com. Southern Gospel Now is made possible by southerngospelprizes.com. I'm Greg Goodman. Love your neighbor, and I'll see you back here next week for another edition of Southern Gospel Now.